My problem with women is that they eliminate men. They feel so superior to men that they feel like they don't need us. But the crazy part is people are like, oh, y'all know why y'all put her on there. Y'all know why y'all chose her. Yo, we haven't had a conversation with no one prior to the show. We don't give out surveys like, oh yeah, she sounds dumb. Get her on here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? We don't know. Majority of the women that ask to get on the show, hit us up and say, hey,
they hit you up. They hit you up.
They be like, you need different women on the show.
Okay.
Let me come on. And we like, oh, why are you different? Come in, and then baby daddy calling them from jail.
Welcome to Chew the Fat. I am your host, Smooth, and today we have a very special guest with us. As you know, on the Chew the Fat with Smooth show, we allow our guests to introduce themselves. Go ahead and sauce it up for them. Let the people know who you are.
What it do? It's your boy Jeuu, and you can follow me on Instagram at podcast_Jeuu. Y'all know me from my huge establishment at Daily Wrap Up Crew. Make sure y'all follow us there on Instagram, TikTok. Also subscribe on YouTube. Check out the platform. Also pick up the merch, dailywrapupcrew.co. Pick up a shirt. It won't hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Bet. So we've been checking you out, man. Me personally, I'm in the space, so I was looking. I was like, damn, okay, they was getting it in, and you so happened to hit me up that one time. What's your subscriber count right now?
I want to say
Roughly.
If 200 something.
Y'all in the 200s right now on YouTube? Sheesh. Yo, y'all killing it. So y'all almost had 250,000. That's what's up. Shout to them for really like putting in the work, grinding. How long y'all been going?
I want to say 7 years. Yeah, probably 7 years.
7 years.
Yeah.
Oh man. Now, what is it that made y'all even come together to start this up? Where did that manifest from?
Personally, me and Eli already knew each other.
Okay.
We kind of grew up with each other.
Oh, nice.
Ace, we met at work. We all worked together. So we used to have like conference calls on the phone, make work go by easy. We roasting, me being myself. I'm roasting them niggas most of the time.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So after a while, we just was like, yo, well, Eli actually said this. He was like, yo, we should do a podcast.
Oh, Eli was the one who came up with the idea.
Yeah.
Shout out to Eli for coming up with that, because y'all killing it right now.
Definitely. And we made that push. It just started with me, him, and Ace, and it went from us actually recording in our work cars.
In your work cars?
In our work cars.
Okay. Together, like all of y'all?
Nah. Okay. We all worked at different locations.
Okay.
But we had to be in our vehicles.
Okay.
To go to different sites or whatever the case may be.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and then occasionally like, got your 30-minute. All right, cool. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try it. And we just played with it, pause. And and then, we got a liking to it. You know what I'm saying? Then we was like, we should take this serious.
Damn, that is crazy. And y'all still going strong. It's like, because I saw like some of the older videos and I was able to witness the progression. Yeah. Right? What is it that made y'all feel like you wanted to incorporate females?
Well, I'm gonna be funny, right? I'm gonna be honest too. We had an episode where we just had like some of our homeboys on there, right?
Okay.
And then it just got a little crazy. Some would say it got crazy.
Okay.
And that
what, too much testosterone or what?
I mean that's what some would say. But then we also used to be live at the same time. So this is before we were like even on YouTube though.
Oh wow. What platform were you using?
We were just on mostly Instagram or whatever the case may be, like Instagram or Facebook or whatever. And we all be on our phones going live. So because we wanted the people to react.
Got it.
But then we were getting response from women like, oh, that's how it sounds when a whole bunch of niggas is in the room. Or so it's like, well, fuck it, then pull up. You come you tell me how the fuck you feel about this then. You know what I'm saying?
For real. That's exactly it. And then, so these women that was talking smack in the comments decided to pull up.
Never came, never
Never
came,
came. They
never
never
came.
showed.
But
Y'all corny. Y'all punks.
we felt that it would be more authentic if we heard a woman's point of view. So we
Got it.
made the conversation, it's already me, Ace, Eli, okay, let's have a panel of women to have this conversation. And we decided to always make sure that we had different women so it wouldn't be the same narrative. So you'll
Got
hear a different woman's voice or a different woman's perspective on every conversation.
Got it. So when anybody who doesn't know, I actually appeared on an episode. This might have been about a year ago or so.
Yeah,
And shout out to Jeuu for reaching out too.
for real.
I went down and I was just coming off of my time period where I was like, nuke all women. That was my whole thing. I was on that grandstand, you know what I mean? Just dunking on them. That's that I was in it because that's what I was witnessing. I thought that was the way to go. And the women were like way too reasonable. Like I know
What do you mean though?
they just like I was trying to get them to disagree with me so we could like fight.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I wanted to just get out there and get my bully on.
Yeah,
But they was reasonable, so I don't behave like that to people who were being cordial and all of that. But I
exactly.
thought that they was gonna bring it and like really contest a lot of my points.
Mhm.
But it was like, damn, they get green too much, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you find it? Do you find yourself ever starting a fight because they agreed too much?
Nah, we actually like it and we applaud it, but it seems like those conversations don't get acknowledged.
Yeah,
So when we have a woman on the show on the platform and she's making sense,
yeah. It
no one cares.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't care about
Yeah.
that episode. Or when we come with solutions, oh man, these niggas got solutions. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, well, fuck it.
So they want to see people love to see like the toxicity,
They do.
right? So how do you find that healthy balance where because I know sometimes it's going to happen, right? I've seen some of the shows where it's like it turned up a bit,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
But it's not intentional, right?
It's not, yeah.
Now, the numbers take a hit when it's not like people bumping heads. You
For
never
sure.
got tempted to be like, you know what, man, let me just dunk on this chick real quick.
Nah, I mean, I can't speak for everybody,
Gotcha.
but for myself, I've never said, hey, I'm gonna go off. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like, so I've never say, oh, I'm gonna charge up this time or this, or we haven't had one. We ain't had one in a minute. Let me go hit them up. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, they come in and they say some stupid shit, and I gotta be like, yo, hold the fuck up. You know what I'm
Would you
saying?
consider yourself the rowdiest out of the group? Because I've seen it happen. It's not often, and it's
Yeah.
definitely warranted every time. So I'm not going to say you the type to just go out there and start bothering people. But I've seen some women really come out of pocket, and you check them probably first.
Yeah, definitely not intentional. I'm not one to hold my tongue. You get what I'm saying? So I'm a very direct, opinionated person, but I also do it with like love, warmth, respect. I'm gonna speak to you like I'm your brother, uncle, cousin, nephew. So we have women of all ages, but you gonna hear it like a relative would tell you. I think people should appreciate it, but maybe it's not how it's perceived most of the time.
Yeah, and I'd say a lot of podcasts, which we'll get in that a little bit later, but there are some that fish for viral moments. Like you can tell it's forced. Like they are just really gaslighting and trying to infuriate the women sometimes. And I think there is a balance, right? It's great. People do love to see it and you want the numbers, but I really wish people would gravitate more toward the solution-based material, right? Where people are like, okay, you know what? I kind of dig your perspective. That's what's up. You know what? Okay, I never really thought about it like that.
For sure.
That would be great if people would pay attention to those the most, because I've been leaning towards that, and for me, it hurts. Like when I'm really just saying something crazy, people jump on and they repost it, and the females don't comment on the ones that they agree with. They'll comment on the ones they really hate, right? People aren't compelled to voice their opinion until they're agitated, right? Well, and that's the tough balance of like, damn, how do you not stay toxic when you're rewarded for it?
The crazy part is people are like, oh, y'all know why y'all put her on there. Y'all know why y'all chose her. yo, we haven't had a conversation with no one prior to the show. We don't give out surveys like, oh yeah, she sounds dumb. Get her on here.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? We don't know. Majority of the women that ask to get on the show, hit us up and say,
Oh,
hey,
they hit you up. They hit you up.
They be like, you need different women on the show.
Okay.
Let me come on.
Damn.
And we like, oh, why are you different? Come in, and then baby daddy calling them from jail. Like, what's so fucking different about that? You get what I'm saying?
Not a damn thing.
Yeah.
And that's the funny part, because it's like, all right, everybody presents themselves in a certain way, but then when you start asking them those questions, they kind of sound the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, your answers kind of sound the same as the last few females over here. And I don't want to say that females operate like a monolith, but it's one of those things where it's like there are some traits universally that females have, right? And what do you think about that?
They try to prove that they're everything a man could be, but they lead with emotion, where most men don't lead with our emotions. That's why we made this shirt even. It was easy to make up the slogan, logic over feelings, because men usually lead with logic rather than feelings. There are men that lead with their feelings, but for the most part, women are very emotional.
Is it difficult sometimes working with a lot of people? I know you have, like, you got a legit squad.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find it difficult to kind of organize sometimes time slots? I know a lot of people have different things going on.
Yeah. So I mean, when it comes to the show, we kind of got a set schedule. So it's like, okay, you already know this, we all not free this day. All right, whatever, we got the show got to get done. You get what I'm saying? But I mean, it's hard for us to do a lot of things because I live in Jersey, Ace live in Queens, Eli live in Brooklyn. So it's just like, then we got to make sure he's on board. We need somebody to record for us. You get what I'm saying? So the guest part, we usually just pick a time and then we stand on it. So
do y'all get a lot of flakes?
For sure. For sure.
I hate when that happens. That happens way more than we would like it to happen. Like, would you say females or dudes flake more?
Females for sure. Females, especially if they think they look good and they pussy smell good that day. You got to deal with them. They still coming, but it's when they feel like it. You get what I'm saying? So if the show starts at 10 and they like, oh, I'm getting in the cab now, stay home.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I've had so many. You listen.
Yeah.
I've had that. I have had that where people just, because one thing that I've learned is, like, if it's not their baby, they're not gonna have that same energy.
Exactly.
They don't care. It's like, it's whatever.
We understand that.
And it's tough. It's tough to work with people like that. But you never know until it's time to start it. Mm-hmm. But I kind of start learning how to pick up flaky energy, right? So you'll know right off rip, because if they don't start, like, trying to find out exactly, okay, when is this going to start? Okay, what should I wear? Like, if they don't start asking questions as if they're interested or care, then I'm like, damn. And then you got to hit them, and they wait. It'd be hours before they hit you back. I'm like, oh, man.
Can we hit the brakes on that too? Because you said, what can I wear, right?
Yeah.
Some of these women, you'll look on their Instagram when they write you or when you write them, and you're like, oh, she looks like she put herself together well. We would love to have her on. Coming in looking like, who the fuck are you?
Oh no! So they
want security?
Like, so what they coming on with, like a hoodies and jeans, like,
and then like, oh shit, it's real cameras in here. Oh, I didn't even know y'all think this a real podcast.
But they thought y'all was doing it on some phones or something.
Can we do this over?
No. You're gonna look how you look. So yeah, if they come in rough, they're gonna be rough. But I try to explain to people what it is, but it's hard to get them to understand the magnitude of the situation until they get in there, like, wait, this is
real shit. Some real shit.
Wait, like, and that's the whole thing too. Like, for me to go ahead and get myself ready to plan, to organize, to, like, set up and go somewhere that I'm unfamiliar with, and I don't want to be prepared. I never want to look like a fool. I don't see how people just go about their day like that, where they just like, oh well, whatever, I'll just go out there, and then now you find out what it actually is. That's crazy to me. A lot of people don't understand who you are right yet, right? A lot of people might just see you and just feel like you're just a character or they just don't know you, right? Some people want to know. So, how about where you grew up, where you went to school?
Shit. I'm a Brooklyn dude. You feel me? I don't
Okay.
claim a particular part of Brooklyn
Gotcha.
because I moved around so fucking much. You feel me? Like I lived in every part, but I probably hung on to Brownsville a little bit more than anywhere else.
Got it.
You feel me? So yeah, I'm a Brooklyn dude. I went to school uptown, so I had the best of both worlds. Brooklyn nigga, uptown, so I know people from Manhattan, Bronx, Harlem, you know what I'm saying? But all my peoples was in Brooklyn. So it's
Shout
the
your
best
high
of both
school.
worlds.
Shout your high
I
school.
went to Louis D. Brandeis, man.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that school was fucking crazy. I even just heard like recently it was like I think they had like somebody had a weapon or some shit like that.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, inside the building. But yeah, that school was kind of crazy. But it was a very lit school, man. Uh a few like people I think, did some successful things out of there.
Was it difficult growing up in Brooklyn?
For me, I'm a person that I wouldn't say difficult. I was always out the loop. You get what I'm saying? I don't really like stay in one place. I don't like
Okay.
people figuring me out.
Gotcha.
So I don't really play in people's face. I stay amongst my circle. And I mean I did a lot of different things before. Like before I did podcasts. I dabbled into music and Eli was my producer.
Word, what was you rapping?
Yeah, I used to
You
rap.
got bars?
Yeah, I mean I got a little.
You got 16? You got 16?
I don't know if I got it right now because I'm on camera. I fuck it up, nigga. I'm gonna be a blooper. For sure. But I definitely do got some bars, some real ones, not the ones we just say on the show. But Eli was my producer and Weasel was my engineer. But before then, I was like basically like a A&R in some sorts. Like I was getting people because I built a studio in my crib.
Nice. I kind of did the same thing, bro. I had a studio in my garage. I managed artists, producers, and
I didn't want to even do the music though. So I just wanted to play the back and support, and I wanted really to establish in fashion. So that was my dream, and I wanted the artist to wear my merch.
got it.
So
Okay, okay, okay.
that was my whole thing. Like, okay, yo, come, I got the studio. Okay, you get it. You make a video, you wear this, or let me style you, this, that, and that was going to be my calling right there. You know what I mean? So then you know what I'm saying. I just thought I had to work, man. I was a dude that had to get it on his own. I lived by myself from like ages 16,
16?
yeah, 17.
How did that happen, man? What kind of kid was you, bro?
Yeah.
How did you end up on your own at 16?
Oh man, I had to, I have nowhere else to fucking go. You get what I'm saying? It was from friend couch to auntie's house to uncle's house to okay, I can rent this out. Okay, well fuck school real quick. I need to live. You know what I'm saying? And then I didn't really do no street shit like no hustling or nothing like that. I went to work. You know what I'm saying? So I took opportunities, but money was coming to me from a young age, and I knew how to maintain it.
Damn. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I was a late bloomer, so I couldn't see myself really jumping in at 16. Like I'm looking at myself where I was at. I was still a junior in high school. I'm like, nah, ain't no way, bro. I couldn't even get a job at 16. I was trying, man. I was filling out all kind of apps, but nobody put me on for whatever reason. My first job, I didn't start till I was 18.
I'll tell you one thing. It was the time of my life.
Word.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
All the
Yeah.
girls
Yeah.
want to go to your crib.
Yeah.
You the only nigga
I
with a
forgot.
crib.
Yeah.
You
See,
know
I
what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm
you
saying?
had the spot.
I had the
You had the
spot. Yes,
getaway
yeah,
spot.
yeah.
So, oh yeah, that's gonna be a different ball game. Yeah, I could only imagine. You probably got some stories we ain't gonna see on YouTube.
Oh, for
right
sure
now.
not. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't storm my crib like I'm Diddy neither. You know what I'm saying? To go like, oh, you got the loot,
Yo, what you think about that situation though? What you think about the Diddy situation?
Man, I don't want to. I don't want to like attack his character because I'm not sure. This is all hearsay.
Yeah,
And we don't give our people the benefit of the doubt like how
yeah,
these other people give their people. We make fun of it like I just did, and which is wrong. You get what I'm saying? So until I mean what he did to the young lady, that's wrong. I know I seen that on video for sure.
yeah.
But I mean, if niggas conversating like taking bottles of baby oil. Nah,
1,000 bottles
nah,
between the lube and the baby
nah.
oil. And I'm trying to figure out how that happened, right? I'm like, wait, hold up. Did he like run out of baby oil one time and then was just mad as hell?
How shiny he wanted Shorty ass for you to have that much baby oil.
I think he got mad one day and just was like, yo, we are never, ever running out of lube again. I need 1,000 bottles on deck at all times. I
Take
think
that. Take that.
I'm thinking that's how it went because I can't see a scenario unless you like oil wrestling or something. But to eat 1,000 bottles,
No, that's
like,
no,
what are we
no.
doing? Like,
That's wild, bro.
that is crazy. Wow, like I was cool with all the he had the sticks on him and that's cool. But damn, the baby I couldn't get. I was like, damn, bro. Like, the only reason why I'm leaning towards he probably did a lot of that is because of the feds and their rate is like
I
97%.
feel like a lot of that is planted though. I don't know. Like,
Planet,
yeah, bro.
it could be. Oh, you think it's a conspiracy?
I'm one of those believers of conspiracy. I'm not saying he ain't do nothing, and I'm not saying he did do anything,
Yeah.
but I do think we really attack. I mean, successful black men get attacked by one thing because they're not getting them with illegal stuff anymore. They killing them with sex. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every successful rich
Yeah.
man that especially goes beyond and try to own a Bill Cosby, once he wanted to try to go into the owning the television station, Diddy would revolt. Maybe he didn't own it, but maybe he was getting too big as a voice of owning. And
Okay.
and they like to
Yeah.
limit us on how
I
successful
think
we
a
are.
lot of that is Bill Cosby situation because I don't think he was doing nothing crazy. Um, and the problem that I have with a lot of the things that are happening now, not necessarily the Diddy situation, but definitely Bill Cosby and others, is that they are retroactively punishing you for things that was cool back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not saying that
I
it's
agree. I already know what
legit,
you're about to say. Yeah,
right? But that was the culture. That's what everybody did. Men nor women complained about it.
they all was agreeing about it. They
Yes.
all were laughing in the videos.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You want to retroactively punish me. And there's even situations right now where women can retroactively redeem their consent.
Hmm.
What are we doing? How you feel about that?
I think that shit is a shitty fucking hand that a
Have you
lot of
heard
men
about
have to
have you
deal
heard
with.
about instances where that was happening?
I mean, like maybe like on social media, not a real
Not
life
in real life,
incident.
no, but just
Yeah,
the fact that this is happening.
yeah, yeah. Like even in one of my careers prior, they take sexual harassment very serious.
Seriously. Yeah.
So a woman could say yes and mean no in her head, and you would have to deal with consequences. And I'm not saying like literally, but she can say yeah, but mean no. Like her body language could have said no to you, but even though she might have said yeah, it's a tricky.
Yeah, so are you responsible for understanding social cues? What if you're just socially awkward?
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? Like what?
the penalty of being a man, though.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I had a crazy thought, and I was like, you know what? The only way we could kind of switch this around and get a little bit of leverage back is we start to capitalize off the same laws. Like we just start retroactively coming back at females and be like, you know what? I think she took it from me. Because I know there's some situations in your life where you wish you could take your D back. Damn, why I
Right
do that,
after I
yo?
nut, like,
Why
damn, she
damn?
wasn't even worth it. Cheated on my bitch for this?
Yo.
Nah.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. So not encouraging anyone to do anything crazy, but I'm just saying that I think it's going to take something extreme to stop it because it's like it's never in the favor of men. Like, and for it to be a situation where that was cool, I understand culturally now. Sir, I'm not against anything that the women are saying is wrong right now, right? If you say okay, you can't do that, all right, well, we'll just work around it. But the fact that you could have been just like doing what everybody else was doing that was okay, and then now retroactively you're punished for it. So let's just say this, like, all right, you know how slavery was, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one was retroactively punished for it. Once they said to stop it, they're like, this ain't right. It's illegal now.
Mm-hmm. They still
That was
doing
that.
it. Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh, well, you know what? Back in the day, y'all was y'all had slaves, man. You know what? We should get y'all right about now. Like that was wrong.
Do you know what the problem is though with the sex thing, man? It's our fault. men have to be responsible because we take that as a badge of honor. I've had this discussion with multiple men, and
Okay.
they feel,
Please explain.
yo, because men, yo, we are the blame for this. I'm gonna tell you why. Because instead of acknowledging that a woman may have molested you or you or grape you, I would say that word instead because it's play better.
Yeah.
But we wear that as a badge of honor. We use pussy as currency in the black community. Men like,
Dig into it. Dig
yeah,
into
yeah,
it.
no,
Pause.
because my brother, cousin, nephew, all of us look at who we fucking. Your status is
Yeah.
based off who you fucking.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So even having these conversations, like, there's no reason why me as a 16, 17-year-old was fucking a 25, 28, 30-year-old woman. You get what I'm
Damn,
saying?
that's how you was moving. Hey.
I have I was plenty of times, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
I
but
got you.
there's no care. She ain't asked what's my age, and
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, now,
But you were actually being molested.
yo,
For
yo,
real.
for
You
real,
was
like,
16.
yo, bro, for real,
Yeah.
not knowing no better, shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that
thinking
was
I was that nigga, happy to go outside to tell my man, yo, kill,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I had
Like,
an old head, blah blah blah. Yeah.
yeah,
You
shorty was
looking for a
bad. Oh,
woman
you
with
was
some
trying to get
XP.
that exact. It's XP basically.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
yeah.
know, still to this day, a lot of dudes use pussy as currency, which
Yeah.
is our biggest flaw. You know, if even if you look at how many women, female teachers are molesting young boys,
Yeah.
it's happening at an active rate.
I know a few of the homies that happened to.
Yeah,
And the teachers got away with it.
sure. I mean, ain't no good looking teacher was around when my
Nah,
school day,
nah,
but
neither.
now these teachers looking bad. So
Yeah, so, yeah,
I
yeah,
see the
yeah, yeah,
temptation.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
But
We had a couple, but I couldn't get with none of them. I would have been scared as hell anyway. I was really not about it when I was like a kid. It wasn't happening. 16, that's I say about 15, 16 is when I really started to find my way.
yeah,
But I don't know if I was ready for a teacher yet. You know what I mean? But
sure.
you was knocking them down.
Nah, I
So
mean, shit, I ain't say she was getting all of them was getting pleased. She better get hers before I get mine. Gotcha.
what do you think? What do you think makes teachers or like a woman that's that much your senior attracted to you? What make her want to really just say, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and get with this super young dude?
Um, I believe it. You know, women are attracted by to what other women are attracted to. So if you like control or you get a lot of reactions or people looking at you or liking you, that shit is like contagious.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of times where
That they
I've
call that
heard,
what, pre-selection.
yeah, or older women would say, if you were, if you was if you was a little bit older, I'll give you some. You hear that all the time.
Yeah. And they
Imagine if
never
a
bat an
nigga say
eye.
that.
They never bat an eye. And yo, that is so crazy. Yo, me and one of the homies was talking about that. Yo, like for real, they will really go ahead and say something wild to you, like, "Oh, he looking sexy," everything, all types of
Yeah,
stuff. That if me the same age as you said something to a young girl the same age, which I don't want to,
yeah.
would be like, like I said, like I didn't call the plant all fruit, like I called it jelly or something. They looking at me like, "Oh, did you just say that?"
You can't compliment nobody nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the difference. And even how, if you're just looking at how even you describe it, you don't. Do you feel like you were traumatized or anything by it? Or
Um, I don't want to use the word regret, but I feel like if I had the mindset I have now, I would have made different decisions.
got it.
You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been chasing pussy as much as I was.
Okay.
I wouldn't have been feeling like that made me a real man. Some would say, you know what I'm saying? Like that wouldn't be able to categorize who I am as a man.
Damn. Now that's deep.
It's real shit though. Like, I mean, a lot of men won't admit that, you know, our pussy rule the world, but you know who knows that? Women. Because you know why? They only offer pussy most of the time. Because that's all it takes to get a nigga to shut the fuck up.
True. And you know what? I try to tell men that a lot because it's because of how we are as men. We allow it. We set the marketplace for it,
For sure.
for women at least, right?
Mhm.
So if we were to ignore women who were just over sexualized,
Mhm.
just out here, if we said, look, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to pay attention more to these virtuous women, then that would be what more women would try to be like, because that's who we reward. The reason why when the Explorer, it's crazy. I don't know if you're guilty of when the Explorer page pop up, it'd be a bunch of what's in there, right? You see them chicks with them lady lumps, you like, yo, wait. And you can't even help it. I tap sometimes. I don't double tap, but I'd be like, yo, what's that? Like, you like,
I definitely share it. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, whoa. You know what I mean? You can't help it. You can't help it. So even just that engagement, even if you don't like it, it's still engagement because you went and you clicked it from the Explorer page. And a lot of dudes is gonna like it. And they're gonna leave all the emojis, know the man,
for
trying
sure.
to do something, thinking that this woman is gonna be able to sift through all that nonsense and really care about your ass. No,
I don't know if you ever seen on Instagram, like, cause I had a baby not too long ago, right? So, like Instagram being your motherfucking business. So it started showing me like, shit that, kids need. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it started showing me stuff like, you know, I had a lot of women on my Explore shit. And then now it's like kid shit on there. So they merged it to breastfeeding a baby.
Oh, yes.
So,
yeah,
so I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck going on here?
Yo,
like
they found a hack to be able to show tatas on TV.
Yo.
Breastfeeding. I can't personally connect the two and then be aroused. That's me. But apparently a lot of other dudes
I ain't
feel
gonna front.
differently.
I ain't gonna swipe it that fast. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying, baby, it's a healthy baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's been coming out like a lot. I saw one pop up on my joint the other day. They let a lot of women get away with crazy stuff. You could see cheeks on Instagram all the time, bare, like just naked. If they can't see, like, I guess the pelvic area,
Yeah.
anything else is a go for women. I don't think I'm gonna get that off, but it is what it is. I don't really want to. That's not my thing, and I definitely don't want to see dudes getting it off either. So, you know what I mean? I'm straight. I'm
doing
straight.
Speedo challenge. Fuck out of here, boy.
Yeah. There's a lot of dudes who took that L too. You had who the game. Who else did it? What's the dude? What's the name dude? The guy in the entanglement. August Alsina. Did he do that too?
What? What you
Like the little eggplant pics these guys doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody done got caught doing that.
You would do that? You posted like that before?
Nah, I don't even send pictures. Listen, back in my grimy days, you never send a picture because and then somebody got evidence.
Yeah.
Your shorty know how your dick look, bro. So you know what I'm saying? They be examining the shit.
They will send it right back to them. That's the whole thing. Here's the thing for the G. A lot of people don't understand how sophisticated women are, and they will work together. Women will collaborate.
Word.
They will collaborate. Women will actually leave traces of things that only work for other women. Like, we will be oblivious to it, but they know the other woman will do it. Like back in the day when I was doing my numbers, I had women who will deliberately take off a bunch of hair and then just drop it in places where they know the woman would. Like, they'll brush on purpose. They'll leave the brush if they could, but if they feel like you on point, then they'll just have the hairs everywhere, or they'll take one earring out, drop it under the seat or something crazy. Like, how your earring come out and then just end up under my seat.
I got an iconic real story of how I got caught up one time, right? This girl pulls up. This is a very long time ago, but anyway, I have a lot of clothes, I would say that, right? So what I do is, like, when I'm looking for some, I'm just, throwing it around.
Okay.
And my room was always kind of like my clothes around.
Okay.
So I was, at this point, I didn't even give a fuck if you was coming over, as long as my bed is clear.
Yeah, exactly.
One of those type of person. But this young lady came over and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna clean up your room for you." So I'm like, "All right, bet." I go, I leave, I come back, room clean, she in the room. And then whatever we do, whatever our day ends, she gets on the train, she leaves, right? But my girl is, at the time, is anxious to come see me. So I'm like, damn. I bet, just come. All right, whatever. Then she asked me, was somebody here? So I'm like, oh, nah. Why? being a lying ass nigga.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Ain't
yeah,
shit
yeah.
nigga.
Until you get caught, you got to be red-handed.
Shaggy. But so I then eventually she shows me the phone and the phone says, check his garbage can. I put his sneakers in there. And you look in, I remember my room just got clean.
Yeah.
So we looked in the garbage can, it was some motherfucking sneakers in there, and it was nothing I could say to prove. I basically was caught right there.
Wait, who? Wait, the
The
homegirl
girl,
that
the
that cleaned
girl
your
that
room
cleaned my room,
texted your girl.
yeah.
How did she get her number?
Who knows, bro? They be working together. Shout out to
Damn,
my cousin. She done been through hell and
that
back.
is crazy. No, because girls will leave their number. One of my homeboys told me, and I've seen that. I've seen it before. Like, it was on social media too. They will write on the glass
Yeah.
in the shower.
Mm-hmm.
So then, when the other chick go take the shower, it comes up, and they leave their phone number, everything. They put it on the nightstands. They go to spots where they know you don't frequent, but another where, and they will really leave their number. Like, hey, come out there, just call me up.
They be finding out, man. But that's also being careless. But overall, it's also being wrong. You should get caught. You get what I'm saying? Like, I think men need to get to the place where we can respect a woman. If you articulate that this is what this is,
Yeah. Okay. I
then
like the
that's
way you said
different.
that
Yeah.
because I was going to ask you about monogamy
Mm.
right now. I definitely want to talk on it. We're going to start dipping into some relationship topics.
Okay, let's go.
So monogamy, how do you feel about that? Do you feel like just go ahead. I'm gonna let you freestyle.
Um, I'm with it. I think it's to each his own.
Okay.
I personally don't think I could handle more than one woman. At first, I thought I could. You get what I'm saying? But you talking about multiple personalities. If it's a, a organized situation where we have a plan, then that's different. But if I got to battle, I no longer believe in like I don't. If that's what it is, it can't be like separate houses. We gotta live together.
Okay.
We gotta be one entity. Uh, there's no sneaking behind with each other or whatever case.
Yeah.
Like everything got to be on the
Oh,
table.
on the table. Yeah.
Yeah, but like as easy as it may sound, like I think a lot of dudes, may think about the sex aspect, but catering and caring for multiple women ain't as easy as it may seem, or being that one person for multiple people.
I think
I damn for sure ain't no other nigga coming in the crib.
Oh, that's out. No,
Okay, all right.
weren't even gonna talk.
Okay.
We weren't even gonna talk about
I'm making
that.
sure because
We're not even entertaining
somebody
that.
might be
That's
in the
out the
comments and
window.
like, yo, but what if it was another nigga? No,
What?
yo,
Man, if you don't get your ass out of
they
here with
they
that,
they like testing you. I'm telling you.
yo, for what? An extra sausage never enhances the situation. I'm sorry. It doesn't. No, stop that. For what? We're just gonna get in each other's way. It's sword fighting.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about it. It doesn't add to the situation, bro. Get out of here with that. Like that just is ludicrous to me. But I've kind of looked into it a little bit, not for myself, for a friend, of course.
Yeah.
But there are some like polygamy pages out there, and I've seen it where they're working together. So it's not to say like it's not like okay, the man has to provide for both. There are some situations. I saw one. It was a black dude. He had two white women.
Oh, I saw
Did
that.
you saw that?
I
was
saw
like,
that one.
they were both working. And me
He
just
was
having
a stay at home.
yeah, that I couldn't do. That's just not in that's not in my DNA. But let's just say they all were working. Now you got not a dual parent household, you got a triple parent household, triple income. You know what I'm saying? That's a different ballgame. If you're organized, there's no jealousy there, and you all understand and you treat it as a family unit. If it's just one cohesive unit, I think it can work.
Yeah.
With like you said, everything on the table.
Yeah.
That way, I think it could work. But extra dudes, no. I saw there was one chick who has that, and I'm
Oh
like,
yeah. She stay online. Yeah.
yeah, you're wilding. That ain't. I don't see like dudes. To me, how dudes even get to that point where they feel like it's a go. I mean, I question what kind of man you are. That's just
The crazy part about that, she just open with it. It's a lot of women out here just changing their panties every 12 hours because the next nigga shift is about to start. So some men just don't know what's going on. You get what I'm saying?
this is true. I'm sure you smashed a few homies girls back in the day.
Not homies, but
Not your people's, but
I've smashed a married woman or two. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah, I hear home wrecking it. I hear you.
It's happened before in some of my deeper and darker days, but it was exciting then, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've smashed any married women, but I damn sure was Mr. Steal Your Girl. Damn
Okay.
sure was Mr. Steal Your Girl.
Is it a difference?
Um, it all depends on how you look at it, right? Your perspective.
Yeah.
Because some people don't respect marriage, some people don't respect girlfriend and boyfriend, and then of course that girlfriend and boyfriend could eventually become your wife. But it depends. Now you start to get into the religious part of it, right? Now you're busting up the covenant that between the man, his wife, and God.
That's
It's
true.
different or legal, and you could even be sued in certain states for messing up a marriage. I don't know if you knew that. There's certain states that will
She
you
told
could
me
be
they were
charged.
separated.
Hey, look. So that's the. It's not a lot of them. It's only a couple. Mostly, I think it's a couple flyover states. To be honest, they be the ones with them weird laws like that. To be honest, but or sometimes the southern you get that too. But yeah, I wouldn't even stress that. But I think as long as everybody's honest, this polygamy thing could work. Not well, I'm sorry, polygyny. Difference. Not
Okay.
polygamy, polygyny. Whereas, single man, multiple women. I think that can work. And y'all can
Okay.
call me what you want. You could call me a chauvinist, whatever. I don't care.
Mhm.
Like it just doesn't work. And biologically, it just doesn't work. And um, I don't want to even bring the Bible into it, but plenty of the good books, not just the Bible, Quran, whatever, it allows for multiple
Yeah,
wives. There is no scenario in any religion ever that allows for multiple husbands. And if y'all gonna follow the word, whatever word it is you follow, then yeah, you just have to understand that
that's
part.
those woman kings out there that
Yeah,
voice
and
that.
yeah, and I don't believe it. But I do believe that as long as you have it on the table,
Mhm.
then it's not as bad. When you decide to be deceitful about it,
For sure.
then you get yourself into trouble, right? Um, so let me ask you this: how bad do you feel like cheating is as an offense? If someone actually does the cheating, do you think it's like a something that you can't come back from? Is it irreparable?
Yo, I would say I was only in me personally like three real relationships in my whole life.
Okay,
But I would say that I've tarnished those relationships because the person I was.
got it.
It's the ultimate disrespect, almost a reason why somebody I believe no one should take you back. But if you do get that person to give you that chance, you should appreciate them. You get what I'm saying? It's very hard to go over the hurdle of retrusting someone.
Okay,
You get what I'm saying? Like no matter what, let's say like you break your leg, the scar will always be there. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
for
So
sure.
you could heal, but the scar will always be
Yeah.
there. So it's one of those things, man. I think it takes a lot of maturity, it takes a lot of growth and knowledge, man. Like I said, once I realized that pussy wasn't currency,
Yeah.
it was in me. You know what I'm saying? I was the value in myself rather than who I was dealing with.
Did you have an epiphany one day to come to that conclusion, or was it gradual? How did you even change your perspective on that?
Um, I would say becoming a father, not only to a daughter but to a son. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I want my sons to have respect for women. So I want to follow my leadership.
Got it. Now,
Pretty
okay,
much
that
it.
makes sense. That's a big deal.
Hmm.
Fatherhood sometimes changes men,
Yeah,
right?
for
For
sure.
sure. Um, and then there's the men that are expecting to be changed when they get to the point of fatherhood
Hmm.
and don't.
That's true.
They don't. They still doing exactly what it is that they was doing before. And
Because a woman thought that the baby would change him,
yeah.
like you said. So
Sometimes the man himself thinks he'll change. He'll be like, "Well, I'm about to be a father," but then he
yeah,
just kind of backslide, fall right back into it. I'm surprised you did say that you don't think that relationships uh could be repaired after a cheating.
nah. I
Yeah.
mean, I think chances are slimmer.
Okay. There's a lot of women I witnessed that. Well, I'll say this. Um, to me, you know what? I just found out a weird stat.
What?
I always thought that it was harder for um men to get over it.
Yeah.
But statistically, more men return from cheating than
For
women.
sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Why do
I
you think
believe
that
that.
is?
Well, one, they don't want to admit that they lost their girl because another nigga took it.
Uh,
So it may be a pride and ego issue.
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not being able to deal with the fact that another man might have pleased her better, treated her better, or a reason for her to leave her before she left you. Or I mean, what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
flip,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean,
Damn.
it happens. The thing is that men are not as vocal as women when it comes to uh
Getting cheated on
getting
because
cheated on.
it's embarrassing. I
Yeah.
think it does make people look at you differently. Men feel like there's some type of deficiency sometimes, right? Because you're like, okay, I was inadequate. Now, somebody was like you said, able to come and take it.
Mhm.
What was I lacking that gave this man the opportunity?
Mhm.
But sometimes you might not necessarily be lacking anything.
For
This
sure.
dude might have had bread. Maybe he was one of them guys that just had the battleship or whatever. And you can't help that. That doesn't mean you less of a man. We all equipped differently. It's different things that's going on, or maybe um, it's just fun with him, right? And I think that a lot of relationships fail because you have to deal with so many responsibilities together, right? You have to raise kids. You have to uh, help them with their studies. You have to clean the house. You have to organize cooking food, pay bills,
Mhm.
right? Doing all of the not so fun stuff, and it's sometimes it can be taxing, and maybe you don't agree on everything, or maybe there's a struggle, right? Maybe you're struggling, maybe your kid's behavior, maybe you're struggling with your finances
For
or
sure.
whatever, and then you just get away with somebody who only gives you the good times. All they do is beat you in the head, and you just being around that person makes you not have that same connection. I think that your connection can be broken just from all the hardships that you're going through together,
Mhm.
right? I think it could make or break a relationship. And some instances, I think it breaks it, and then it leaves the opportunity, that window's open for somebody else to come in because they don't have to do anything. A lot of people say that 80-20, but it's really like 90-10. You don't have to do nothing. All you really have to do is cover the deficiencies.
That's it.
That's it. If he broke, you spend a little money on her. If he doesn't talk to her the way that
You
you
giving
know,
her attention. That's
boom.
it.
That's it. You don't have to do nothing else, and you're gonna get what you want.
And you don't got to deal with the shit he dealing with.
Exactly. Um, I know a couple players that only deal with married women because they don't want any of the responsibilities, and it's crazy. It's savage to me for someone to have that type of mindset. But I don't know if you know anybody that's like that. But there are some cats out there that savages that will only deal with married women just because they don't want to do that 90% of the work or 80% of the work. They want that 10 to 20%, and which usually is McLovin mostly,
Hmm.
right? Talk to them a little. You might go on a date here and there, and
Hmm.
that's about it.
I've heard this similar from certain dudes where they want to mess with a woman that has somebody
Yeah.
because they both got something to lose.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. That is a different perspective. I have heard that.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's
So,
wild to me. Um. Yeah. I guess I understand the logic. I
mhm.
understand the logic, but I try not to be a scumbag anymore. Like a lot of the stuff that, and like I said, I definitely was a scumbag back in the day.
But we got to pull up, and the fact that men are scumbags is because that's how we're also valued and appreciated.
Absolutely.
How many times have you heard a woman tell you as a kid, or when you get older, all the girls gonna like you, or you're gonna be being a player to all the girls?
Yeah.
How many sisters, cousins, auntie
Yep.
seeing you with multiple women,
Yeah.
never having a conversation with you like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this, or hey, I don't want to see
Well,
no
I ain't
other
going
girls
for it.
around.
My sis pulled my coat before, and she saw me. I was out there beasting. She's like, "What you doing?" Like, you know what I mean? So I'll say my sister at
Yeah.
least pulled my coat and was like, "Yeah, you kind of gotta kind of chill out."
Did you ever have somebody?
Not, but the dudes, no dudes, no. There's very few dudes that I know will be like,
For sure
"Yeah,"
not.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just not. They ain't.
But I will be that for my sons. Like if I see my sons thinking it's cool to be out here, oh, I got this, oh, I like, nah, bro, we not doing that over here.
To me, it's scary as hell. Mentioning children,
Yeah.
it's scary as hell because when you look at what the dating pool is like right now versus what it
Terrified
was
for
when you
them.
was out there, it's like, damn, how are they gonna win? You don't even know what type of man to create them because you right. It's like you want them to be savvy, but if you give them too much, they're gonna be out here beasting, making a lot of mistakes that we did,
Mm-hmm.
right? And you don't want that for them. You want, I'm sure you want something innocent, pure. You're hoping that they can meet that right one, but them in that pursuit for that right one might find the wrong one, and that girl is going to mess his world up and probably create a super villain.
That's the flaw of having a children with innocence still. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You have to, I want to say, like, dirty them up a little bit or make it a little
yeah,
bit more rugged, because this world, I'm having an issue with my, well, one of my children now. Like, he doesn't know how to separate certain things. Like, I'll say, like, they had a fire drill at his school,
okay.
and he was just so upset that people wouldn't stay online, because now the new drills what they're teaching kids is how to prepare for if someone have an active shooter in the school.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Because
But he,
September is normally like fire prevention month.
well, now, just regardless, like, the fire drills are for, like, school to perfect how to perform when there's an active shooter in there,
Yeah, that's
because
crazy.
there's so many
That's
threats.
crazy.
And he's so serious and genuine, and wanted to really, like, learn and focus on
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
but everybody else is playing. It's hard to tell him
yeah.
it's okay, because it's not okay.
Yeah.
But it's challenging, man. It's challenging out here,
Yeah,
bro.
finding that balance, right? And one thing that I found is I had to expose my kids
Yeah.
to things early because a lot of things I learned as a kid, I learned from the kids in school without context,
Yes.
right? I
For
learned
sure.
about sex from school,
For sure. Me
right?
too.
And I didn't know how to receive that. To me, it was like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like, and I didn't know what to do with that. Fortunately, I was able to stay away from it for quite a while.
Mm-hmm.
But had I not, or had the opportunity, or maybe it was just a little bit cooler when I was a kid, it probably would have worked out differently. And who knows? You know what I mean? Because the way that the kids teach you, it's like you were saying before, we kind of praise men for having multiple women,
That's
and
for sure.
we down them if they can't obtain
Mm-hmm.
multiple women,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
There's
And
something
that,
wrong with you.
yeah, exactly. Like, damn, dog, you got one shit. You ain't tired of that? Like, what you doing, bro? You whooped.
Yeah,
You
you covered.
whooped. You
Yo, for
whooped. You
sure. For
whooped.
sure.
Yeah, she got you whooped. So it's just one of the things, and that's crazy. Like you trying to do the right thing, what you were taught, and it kind of ruins you for the world.
She can't tell my ass to stay in the house. I'm going out, and I'm gonna talk to bitches. It's like,
And one thing that like with my situation, I told this story a lot, but I my parents did just teach me the good, right? They and they showed me the example. Okay, you get married, you get a house, you have children, and you treat women well, sugar and spice, things that's nice, all that stuff.
mm-hmm.
But then you do that, and you're like, oh, he corny, oh, he doing too much. That's what happens,
For
and
sure.
you get rejected and rejected and rejected. It was wild because how I learned how to deal with females was by mistake. I conducted an experiment, right? I was like, you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and get like a bunch of females
Mm-hmm.
just for like analytical purposes. I'm just that type of dude. I'm an analytical guy,
Yeah.
right? So I'm like, let me just get a lot of them so I could, you know what I mean? So I just played the numbers game. I was running down on every female that was cute or better.
Yeah.
And the cold approach was cool back in the day because it wasn't social media. It didn't
Yeah,
seem weird when you ran up on a joint and wanted to talk to them. If you
For
just say,
sure.
hey, what's up? Like we practiced that. I would literally try to grab like 10 numbers a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you get a bunch of them, and some of them is not going to be with it, but you start getting to the point where you realize which ones are going to take to you. Like you start learning choosing signals. So you're like, oh, I could get that. And then, you know what I mean? You get to like 80-90% success rate, at least with the number part of it. Then you get to the point where you're like, all right, let me see. How many of these females is actually going to bust it up with me? How many can I talk with?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And
For
then, you start to engage and you do different things. Here was my problem. I had too many. So as a byproduct, I couldn't possibly pay the amount of attention to any one of those females. But the byproduct of that was it didn't repel them. It actually attracted them more
Yeah.
that they had less of me. And I was like, Wait.
He's so busy. That means he's doing something else. I want to make the time for him. Or why he doesn't have time.
Yeah, ain't that crazy?
Yeah. Oh man.
Ain't that crazy? So one of y'all really should have got me before I turned into that monster. Like I question if I ever would have really went through that phase. If let's just say when I was in my early phases and then didn't realize that I was getting rejected all crazy for trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I think if somebody probably would have spoke to me though, I think I would have listened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Not the probably the particular people I was talking to,
Okay.
but like people that I respect.
Yeah.
And I have older female cousins. I have like predominantly like females in my family in my age group. So
Okay.
it's like it's like not many boys, not many men.
Got it.
So my mother's era, she was like the only girl with
Okay.
7 brothers. And then my era, it's just nothing but female cousins, me being one of the limited boys, 1 or 2 limited boys, and that's how it was. So,
Did
but
they grow up here too?
who?
Your parents.
My pops he lives in Jamaica now.
Okay.
And my mom, she lives out here in New York.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Were they both Jamaican?
Now my mom's African American woman,
Okay.
black.
Got it.
And my pops, you know what I mean, true yard man.
Yard here,
Mhm.
yard. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. I was down in Ontario a few years back, man. I had some fun out there, and
Yeah, it's the freest you could be is when you go to places like Jamaica, because I mean, as much as we love America, you know, we work too much.
yeah, you know what I noticed when I went down there? Everything was like, so there's time,
Hmm.
then there's color people time,
Hmm.
and then there's Caribbean time, which is even slower than that. They do
You
not
enjoy your
rush.
whole fucking
You can
day.
hear them dragging the feet. You come up there like,
Ain't no rush, no
yeah,
worries.
don't even. You ask them for something they ain't got. It done. It finished.
For sure.
Oxtail finish. I'm like, yo, it's like 4 o'clock though.
They ain't never cooked that shit. That's what they lying like a motherfucker.
But yeah, it's definitely more chill. I had crazy fun. People are certainly relaxed, and I think once I retire, I would probably want to go somewhere that's more chill like that, where you just don't have that hustle and bustle
Yeah,
type deal. You know what I mean? Because it's just a more relaxed culture to me.
I think we all should consider again dual citizenships.
Yeah,
As in our young age
yeah.
and finding a place and location, whether it's Jamaica, Trinidad, or wherever place you choose,
Hmm.
and already start paying on a house. Of course, you would have to need someone that you can trust because you'll go back and it'll be too.
I always encourage people to visit there. Stay for a month, stay for 2 months,
Yeah.
start to know people, get familiar. If you're gonna make that, you start visiting everywhere and then you start to finalize. I think you should take a couple years to do it
Mm-hmm.
before you really make that plan. Don't just go ahead and get out there and then find out,
Yeah,
oh
for
damn.
sure. Yeah.
You have to understand the internet is gonna be different. Sometimes better than here. A lot of people think we got the best internet. You start going to Asia and Europe and you like, oh wait, this joint is faster than ours. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's cheaper than ours. Food is cheaper than ours. Like it's so many different things that you will find the advantage, but then there's certain amenities and things like, oh, I need to get my Amazon Prime. No.
So I'm looking for the nigga that sell. Nah, leave it alone.
Yeah. Yeah, go find that.
Yeah,
I have another great relationship question.
sure.
Speaking of the Caribbean,
Mm-hmm.
I went down like maybe 2.5 weeks ago. I was in Bermuda. We went on a cruise. And on that cruise, what I noticed more than ever was a lot of swirling. For those of you who don't know what swirling is,
Mm-hmm.
that's interracial dating. We've seen a lot of it. And to my surprise, I was educated, or at least I don't know, maybe it's just the demographic of people that go to cruises or whatever, because
Mm-hmm.
if you look at statistically, you look at the data from dating apps,
Yeah.
people say that black women are least sought after. However,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, particularly from other races.
Mm-hmm.
However, I went on this cruise, whole bunch of swirling. It wasn't a lot of black dudes with other women, but it was a lot of black women with a bunch of white dudes and just are the races. And I was like, wait, another one? Oh, damn, they getting like that. And I couldn't help but just be like, damn, because I never saw it like that, like
Yeah.
so prominent. Like it was a large presence of the swirling going on. Do you think that this is something that is a phenomenon right now? What would you think the cause of this?
I believe a lot of women are part of the divestment movement or
Yeah,
whatever
the
it is.
divestors.
Yeah, they like to sit. Yo, they be having fucking group meetings where they, oh, don't be with a broken Dusty, get you a Brad. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, a lot of that stupidness is going on. Dr. Umar's coming for you. That's all I gotta say. But I think that they prefer those men because those men allow them to keep their masculine energy or keep their uh dominant ways, and they are comfortable and embracing it. I mean, I've seen
You
it
know
in
what's
multiple
crazy though?
situations.
You know what's crazy though? Do
What?
you know what's crazy?
What?
It ain't even that.
Why?
Because I'm watching these black women treat these other dudes like kings. They all up
I
on
think
them.
so.
They off. I'm watching it. I'm watching the body language. I'm studying it, bro. I couldn't help because I'm like, let me see how this shit go. I'm just curious, right?
Mm.
They be different, not just there, but every place that I look, they treating these men different. They rubbing their feet, public.
Oh, word?
They all up on them. They being soft. Ain't no yelling or script. They all feminine. I'm like, damn. What? Wait,
I gotta go on a cruise.
wait. This how y'all coming? This how y'all coming? And I came to a different conclusion.
What's that?
Um, we've lost our perceived value.
In what way?
Um, whatever. If it's just stigmas,
Mm-hmm.
if it's because of maybe economically, maybe people just were hurt, and then it was just a breath of fresh air to experience something that was different, almost like the rebound. You know how like the rebound dude don't, or the side dude don't really have to be everything that she demanded before, but just not like him. You know what I'm saying? Not like him.
You ever consider, like, because I tend to believe that every group treats every other race better in a relationship.
Yep.
So, a black man with a Hispanic woman, he treats her. I mean, he might still be doing whatever the fuck he's doing, but he he treats her better. White dude, black woman they treat each other better. Uh, it's just the fact of not being with that type of particular person, and you want them to see the good side in you, so you give them something that they're not used to, or you believe that they're used to.
Do you feel like that's sustainable? Like they could hold that down for 20, 30, 40 years? That behavior?
People live lives every day. I mean, I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays with relationships being so short term, that I don't believe anything is sustainable in relationships nowadays.
Damn.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
that's a tough one. So you feel like a lot of men treat women of other races, but let's say black men. A lot of black men treat women of other races better than they would their own race. You think so?
nah, I think that's the narrative,
Okay.
but I believe that we all tend to treat other groups better than we treat each other.
Okay, so then yes, but not exclusive to black men.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Uh that's that is crazy. That is crazy. Let me ask you this. Have you ever dabbled in the swirling or
Nah, I never even had sex with a white woman in my whole life.
really
Yeah.
in your entire life?
Yeah.
What made you like never want to take that plunge?
I had a few opportunities, but
And you deaded it?
I I no disrespect, but I never really was into the
No.
nah, it
Oh, so
never.
you just not attracted to other races?
Nah, I find some women attractive. I just never was into, like, I don't know. I don't want to sound crazy, but
Nah, let's get
like
it.
the whole wet dog smell, like I'm good. Like I don't know,
Oh
like
damn.
no, I just think some other groups just doesn't hygienically uh upkeep themselves.
Okay. Now, did you experience that personally with the people who you had the opportunities with, or was it just in general you thought that it might get to that?
I mean, you hear them. hear other people talk. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I've only been with black women. You
So
get what I'm saying? So
I'll just say
I
this.
could, I could be wrong.
I think it's a stigma because I have um
How was it?
different, right? So it was different. So, all right. One thing that I could say is that there's a different type of treatment. I did a few, you know what I'm saying, like, and actually dealt with a few, not for like super long periods of time, but because they caught me in the wrong time of my life where I was just out here beasting, right? But some of them were like cool enough to like continue to engage with and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like sort of long term, whatever. So it was like they did treat me differently. I can say that. All right, so let me just all right, check this out. So what happens? Like, let's just say your joint was on the rag or something.
Oh, I was about to say she don't got a mouth.
Okay, all right, well, yeah, but she drove 2 hours to do that.
Okay, she could drive 2 hours back after she done. What
Yeah,
you?
she did, and that's what I'm saying. I've never experienced that
Oh, okay, okay.
level of, you know what I mean,
I got you.
commitment.
Okay.
She drove 2 hours up to
Just be.
handle the boy,
Mm-hmm.
drove her ass back
Shit,
down.
you know I got in trouble for saying this on another platform, man. And it went viral. It was on World Star.
Oh no.
My sisters called me and was like, "Why would you say that?" I'm like, "Why is this the thing that got you mad?" But I had said, black women are the most argumentative when it comes to giving head, and I
Oh
swear
snap.
it went on World Star, whatever the case may be, and it's not a downplay if you don't care. You get what I'm saying? But out of any other group, they will give you the most pushback about sucking. And I'm not saying that they don't do it, and some
Yeah.
may do it. But if you're gonna want to hear some complaining, it's coming
Yeah,
from that.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
gonna
Oh,
complain
my
about,
jaw hurt.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
Nobody wants to suck it.
my
Oh,
neck
yeah, yeah, yeah.
tired.
I'm just
Did
like,
you wash it?
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, all the push. Yeah.
Most of the women agree, but you know what I'm saying. But on World Star, they was tearing my ass up.
So,
Yeah.
all right. I listen. I'll say this,
Hmm.
right? I say generally, um, yes, you're absolutely correct. Generally,
Yeah.
however, there are some black women who anytime, any place, right?
Yeah, for sure.
They with
Yeah.
the shits. But yeah, nah, you ain't lying. If you so, and I'll say this: out of any of the white women in particular, yeah, there's never I've never been
I've
turned
never
down
heard a
for
no
anything
from.
ever. They don't. I don't even know if they know what that word is. And that's the thing. That's what kind of entices people, right? Because it's
Mm-hmm.
just different. It's like, wait, damn, I ain't get no pushback. Wait, you know what I mean? And then like they will finish you and then try to finish you 2, 3 times in a row. And I'm like, stop, I'm cool. Yeah. That third time, oh, I'm good. Thank you. Like, no, that's what I'm just saying. Like, so I'm like, wait, what like and people could say, oh well damn, is that all you worried about? Like, not all I'm worried about, but
Yeah. It's
that's
very
pretty
important.
important.
It's
Like,
very
and
important for me. Yeah.
y'all can't shame me into what I think is important.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we don't shame women as to what they think is important. We just try to
We know we got to get our money up. Shit.
exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I see why people would say that, right? And we don't want to say that anyone is better, but all I'm saying is that there's definitely a bunch of things that black women can control
Mm-hmm.
to climb that ladder and get to the top of the list, right? That's the beauty of it, because it's not to say anybody thinks that black women are inherently ugly or something's wrong with them. It's just a matter of things that you can control. Can you be softer? Can you be more feminine? Right? Can you give less pushback?
Mm-hmm.
Can you be more nurturing sometimes? And this is, of course, if this isn't you, then we're not talking to you. But guess what? Your peers, we are talking to them, because
Sure.
it's a lot of them that are just not compelled to do the job.
Mm-hmm.
Would you completely agree? Or
I stand with you 100%. A, a lot of men get pushed back, and this is even a issue for me because men voicing this seems to be the biggest problem for women. And I think even our platform, even though as much as we get pushed into the red pill. We are giving women gems on how to keep a man.
Yes, yes,
You
yes.
get what I'm saying? We get pushback on the fact that we telling you to leave a shithead nigga, and this is how you get a good nigga.
Yeah,
Or,
exactly.
or good man, shall I say. But you know what I'm saying? They don't hear, they just ignore all those and say, well, what am I getting? This, that, another, and it just flips. So, you know.
Yeah. So what do you think that some of the major gripes that you can do or that the women could do to actually improve their ranking?
Um, well, outside of caring for yourself, you have to care for that man as well.
Okay.
So, I know women are naturally nurturing to their children, but because you're being nurturing to your man doesn't mean that he has mommy issues. He just wants to feel that from a woman. You get what I'm saying? Because that's just a particular superpower that comes with a woman naturally.
Yeah.
I don't need you to burp me, but I need you to be nurturing towards
Yeah.
uh my dreams, my aspirations, me going to work, whatever the case may be. That positive energy that a woman controls.
Yeah, it's a feminine energy that's necessary.
For sure.
And just like we wouldn't judge a woman for how the father literally walks you down the aisle to pass it over. Okay, you are in charge. It's on you, right? The reason why that happens is because you're going to take over a lot of those fatherly responsibilities, right?
Who
You're
has
going to protect her.
who usually have those issues when you see those videos of women at the aisle? Which woman says, "Oh, I will not submit," or "I will
Oh,
not."
Western women. Western women. Yes, because they actually showed like I don't know if you saw the back to back. Somebody clipped it where they put the back to back. She was a sister, but she was like not from here.
Mhm.
She got on her knees. I was like, whoa.
For sure, I seen
I
that
was like,
video.
yo. She was like, yo. She was so passionate about it. She was like devoting her love to him. Like, damn, that's a different ball game. And we don't need you to go ahead and lay it on that thick. Men are just asking to be respected. We don't
Sure.
ever want to be talked to like like you crazy. Like,
Hmm.
don't ever talk to us crazy. Don't ever yell at us. Don't ever threaten us. Don't ever think that you could become violent with us. And a lot of these things are what we deal with, and that's a big problem. And it's just about the respect.
Hmm.
Men don't get the respect that we used to,
For
and
sure.
I think that's one of our major gripes. Why do you think that we lost so much respect?
Because we allowed the happy wife, happy life narrative to
Yeah, that's
control the
bogus.
narrative of our life and or thoughts of a successful relationship. We thought that the woman needed to be happy for a relationship to be sustainable. You know what I mean? While men were miserable for plenty of years, and I'm not saying all men, but we had to carry on the hardship of maintaining and focus on a family or providing for a family, and we get pushback for it, like, well, you don't, but you wasn't watching the kids. It's like, I had to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or we tend to ignore the fact that men are out here with their kids. Men are, just because the women are naturally nurturing, there's men out here helping their kids with their homework, doing cooking, cleaning, uh, teaching, read, like everything. So
And black men are actually ranking extremely high with that. And believe it or not, Oprah, of all people, was the one who came out
yeah.
with that story, just showing the statistical data that black men are spending more time with their children than any other race. So
Hmm.
we are working on it, and they want to give us the stigma to say, "Oh, we are deadbeats, and we don't, we
That
just
shit
watch their
played out.
daddies."
I don't want to hear it no more.
There are some men who do that,
For
but
sure.
the problem is those men impregnate multiple women, right? Like if you're saying what about half of us are single and childless, just
Hmm.
about,
Yep.
but the rest of there's some people who are getting those women, and once it starts getting smaller and smaller, you get to like that top 5%. They got a bunch. Then that top 10% has a
One nigga
pretty
got
crazy
nine
amount.
baby mamas.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, and the women still get pregnant by these dudes,
For sure.
knowing that it's not like it was a secret. You knew he had 8 baby mamas that wasn't getting what they thought they were going to get, and you about
Hmm.
to go ahead and be the ninth because you thought you were special. There's so many things that I feel like are responsible for our current state today, That's what we have. I'd say one, feminism.
Hmm.
Feminism was pretty bad, but now this perversion of what
Shit
feminism
evolved.
is
Yeah.
right now is even worse.
Hmm.
That whole situation where women were forced to go into the workforce, I think that hurt us also because we lost value. And I'm not saying that that is bad for women to want to work. If they want to work, that's fine.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I think that's a big reason as to why we've lost a lot of our perceived value just as men
Hmm.
in the West. Feminism did a lot for it. You know how Cosmopolitan has lied to women, and people have came out who were writing those articles and admitted that they were just trying to do it. And then commercialism, this
Yeah.
romanticizing of relationships in the name of profit. How they
Hmm.
would show, oh yeah, well you need to be buying these chocolates. Oh, you need to be going on dates every week and all that. And that's not practical. And
That's
I
why the
think,
holidays was created.
yeah, just for commercialism. I think it ruined a lot. And social media has certainly exasperated the issue for sure,
Hmm.
because now people are loading up their highlight reels
Hmm.
and you don't get to see why they're messed up. I mean, well, why they that date they have right now,
For
they
sure.
went on that, but they had to miss the rent to do that.
Hmm.
That trip they on right now, they car
Manipulation.
payment behind.
Yep.
But they're only posting this. They're not going to show you all that crazy stuff that's going on in the background and how dysfunctional their life is. They're just showing you their highlight reel, and you thinking you need to be just like them. We don't ever go nowhere. You know that? You're like,
Hmm.
yeah, but we never relate. Like our credit say 50.
Hmm.
Or like like you know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. If you had to say in your opinion, out of those things that I mentioned, what do you think is most responsible for the lack of value for men today?
Um, I think this is partially men's fault because we take on the role of exploiting ourselves with money. We place the value of what women want with money by, giving it to them, showing it to them, throwing it on them, or spending it, whatever it takes to get a woman's attention, and then that's what they see us for. If more men led with, you know, desiring respect or something else, or embracing their natural their manhood, or I don't know how to say it, but we have to not, and I don't want people to think, oh, he cheap or he broke or he doesn't want to spend money. No, everything doesn't come with money that you're spending.
If a woman likes you, she likes you. I
For
remember
sure.
that weird story you probably saw it on Instagram, and I told it. It was like, the chick literally. I kind of felt like that already. I had
Yeah.
already started to find my way, but when that shit hit, I will never forget, like where I was, what was going on at that time when she was like, yeah, because she was about to answer the phone. Her joint rang. I'm like, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like this is just like a whatever. Like I don't care if you talk to other cats because I damn sure I'm gonna be talking to other females. You know what it is. She like, nah, I'll talk to him later. She didn't even want to be bothered. And I'm like, yeah, she's like this other dude. He be giving me money. He's stupid. I'm like, oh, oh. Yo, it hit me so hard. I'm like, damn.
It's crazy because she would then say that in front of him and he would then not care.
I don't know if she would say that to him.
Maybe.
I
Maybe.
mean, it could happen.
Because
I know there's some females that are so
they
that have
out
the
here now.
gall to do that. Yeah, yeah. Because and I think that's we've also created those monsters as well because they couldn't do that if no men would accept it, right?
For sure not.
If it wouldn't fly, they wouldn't do it. If we ignored those type of women, they'd have to do better.
It's easy to just cut them off. That's
Yeah.
it.
Have you seen some of these women who are like dominating men right now?
In what way?
For like financially dominating them?
Like
Like
taking
they
their money?
like they will come up to hello my princess, giving them all their money. There's dudes who pay to be financially dominated, where they just want the female to take the money out of their accounts. Financial domination. It's a form. It's like there's dominatrix,
Shit.
right?
Oh, okay.
And that's a form of it.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Like,
they have stepped their game up, right? Particularly white women have been going hard with it. That's what I've been seeing, at least like on the TikToks and
their
other
biggest
social
consumer
media.
is probably a white nigga. So, I mean,
And Yes. So far, at least from what I've seen,
Yeah.
right? And you know what a pay pig is?
Nah.
Yeah. That's another thing that I've learned within the last year or so, right?
What the
A pay
fuck is
pig.
a
It's a
paper?
sugar daddy minus the sugar.
So he just
He
paying
just
for
pays
shit.
her. He just pays her. And females have the nerve to ask us, hey, are you a pay pig? And no, real talk. Somebody asked one of my homies, like,
Yeah.
what's a pay pig? He hit me up, like, yo, what's. No, she asked him, are you a pay pig?
Yeah.
He asked me, like, yo, what's a pay pig? I'm like, yo, a chick just asked you if you was a pay pig? Yo, don't talk to her, bro.
That's
Yeah,
bonkers.
it's that crazy. It's that crazy. So that right there, when females think that you are literally just going to pay them just for their sheer existence, just for them to dominate you, like these dudes are licking the soles of women's shoes and paying them to do it. And they're degrading them in every way possible, walking them like dogs in the street and everything. Just complete domination. They have accounts on Instagram where they're just dominating
So
women.
so imagine a man with value coming to her and saying something. You not getting no respect because pig boy up the block. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and
Willing to
that's what I'm
throw
saying.
money.
Yeah, how do you compete with that? You know what's weird though? I kind of feel like females don't just behave one way with every single guy,
Mhm.
right? Like how I just even went over that story.
True.
I didn't get that homegirl no money. We was about to go to the tally, right?
Mhm.
So like, and I wasn't paying her. I was just, I guess, the D supplier at the time.
Yeah.
But the other dude who's like investing in her, giving her,
They know who a mark is.
I'm like, damn, he doing all this and he gets nothing. He get nothing. And he's putting in all the effort, doing everything that a female says that she wants.
Some niggas
And
are
he's gonna
satisfied with that.
lose. How could you be? That's not the goal. He doesn't know what his fate's gonna be, right? Unfortunately for him. And I don't even down dudes like that no more because I used to be like, come on, bro, what you doing? Get your game. But if they don't have nobody to pull a coat, how are they supposed to know? Because what are you always told? Females, oh no, well you gotta be nice to him or you gotta be good to him
But
and
these niggas is stuck in a friend zone for a long ass time. You know.
yeah,
Some
they
part of
on
you.
that Steve Urkel. I'm wearing you down. Like it's it ain't
No.
happening. It ain't happening, bro. Like forget the like. There's no such thing as a friend zone. Like you, one thing that I've always done is I've always made my intentions known off rip.
Yeah.
Right? It ain't no room for friend zone. Like if I'm trying to get with you, you're going to have to articulate that because I'm
Mm-hmm.
pressing. Not to the point where it's like I'm trying to violate someone, but you're gonna know where my interest lies,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if
Understandable.
you ain't with it, then I'm gonna. As soon as a woman was ever to reject or say no, I ain't trying to do that, then I'm booking, and that's fine, right? You ain't trying to get with me like that. I'm not here to make you,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not about to take my time and resources
Facts.
for while trying to egg me on like you about to do it. No, you're not. No. You're not going like you want to be my girl, but then you just want me to be financially responsible for you. That's crazy to me now.
That's
But
the trend right now.
I can't say that. Look, but I'm glad that I kind of went through some of those things, right? Because I didn't come out of the womb a player, right? I learned a lot of hard lessons. I dealt with rejection and different things. But if I didn't, then I wouldn't be able to empathize with any man who's dealing with that. I wouldn't know what direction they need to go in from square one. So I try to use. I feel fortunate that I've been on that side of things
Yeah.
because it helps me like knowing where I got to before I decided to go ahead and get married for whatever reason. I was like I was out here.
Mm-hmm.
So I had one extreme to the next, and it was a not so gradual development. So that right there gave me a lot of perspective.
Got
So
you.
I know when dudes are trying and what females are going to do, what type of tactics they would take towards guys like that because I've seen it firsthand. And I can tell you, hey, oh, she said this. I bet this is what she's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, and this is what you do instead, right?
Mm-hmm.
And make your intentions known and whatever. And
For
you don't
sure did that with a bro or two before. Yeah.
right? You had to pull a coat.
Mm-hmm. Let them know, like, yo, this ain't the one for
That ain't
yo,
it.
bro.
That ain't it.
Yo,
Do a lot
exit.
do a lot of people come to you for advice?
Yeah, about a lot of shit, man.
Like
Shit. even especially like even having this platform, I have a lot of people who like just
Hit you up randomly on a
hit me up
DM.
randomly. But you know, I have homeboys like, yo, I'm out there walk into such and such amount of money. What should I do with it? Or
Oh,
I,
word. You tight with the finances, bro?
I I'm frugal with the finances.
Okay, okay.
But
That's the frame of mind. People don't
yeah,
understand that.
yeah. But I just I think I speak life into a lot of shit for people. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So I'll give you the both perspective. I'm a good friend. I believe.
Okay.
I'll tell you the pros and the cons, and I also say your decision is not based off what I tell you. You can hear what I say, but whatever decision you make, it's your decision.
Word.
So I think people see value in that from me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I definitely had a few randoms sometimes that'll just hit me up, and not to call them randoms, but yeah, it's randoms. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
I don't know you, you random
No,
until I know you, right?
people ask me parenting advice, what should they do, or they girl tripping, how should they respond? Oh, they cheated, should they take them back? Stuff like there's a lot of
Wow.
crazy
Yeah,
stuff.
I definitely had one of those.
Mhm.
So yeah, I definitely had one of those where somebody was trying to figure out if they should take their woman back.
Yeah, I think that's a
Yeah.
hard thing
Yeah, that is a
to
hard
even
thing.
have power over. So I
Yeah.
also don't want to make that decision for you.
It's crazy, and a lot of people do come to you for life decisions, right?
Hmm.
And you realize I'm one of those guys that thinks about the butterfly effect, right?
Hmm.
Like where this is going to do this is going to this is going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like any one thing that you do during the day is gonna likely cause somebody to die or not die,
Hmm.
right? You could have just took one more second to tie your shoe,
Hmm.
and then that car that you would have that was about to T-bone you,
Yeah.
you weren't in that traffic, and the next car hit, and they dead. It's dead.
Hmm.
Like the one little thing you do changes the day. Just
For
because
sure.
the main thing I think of is traffic patterns. When you go outside, or you bump into somebody, or you meet somebody,
Hmm.
you met this one person, and then they put you on to somebody else, so you end up getting with having like two children with that never would have existed if you didn't take that extra time to eat that cereal that morning.
Yep.
So if I'm thinking about it like that, me just saying, "Yeah, you should do this," and I'll be afraid sometimes to really tell people like, "Damn," because you don't have enough context, right? And then
Exactly.
you don't know how honest they're being. People cherry pick the information that they want to give you, so you don't even know how to go at it because you're like, "Damn, I want to tell them this, but I don't really know about that." And then do you feel comfortable asking them that personal detail?
I do. If you feel comfortable enough asking me something, I don't scurry away from
Okay,
asking you. You get
okay,
what I'm saying? Because but
it's necessary evil.
we're also two different people. You're not me and I'm not you. And I'll be contradictive if I say, hey, shit, they cheat on you, don't ever take them back.
Got
That's
it.
a logic I live off of.
Yeah, yeah,
But yet I'm also hypocritical because I expected someone to take me back after I did it.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So how can I preach to someone else about what the fuck
Yeah,
they should be
that's
doing?
crazy.
It's more about the respect, the conversation, how to handle it, and what how do you guys plan to resolve it without even getting an answer from me? So um I can guide you in the right questions or directions for you to figure out to make yourself feel comfortable. But I'll never tell you to leave your woman or a woman to leave her man.
Got it.
That ain't my place.
So, what do you think about the red pill space?
Oh man, it's like yo, it's I agree with it to a certain degree.
Well, firstly, do you consider yourself to be a part of the red pill space at all?
Uh Society would probably say we are, but I
You
don't
don't
think
identify as a
no.
red pillar?
No,
Okay.
I'm not red pill. I'm think I'm more of a realist.
Okay.
And some red pill uh content or providers
Yeah. Now, they would
they
be the ones that would say they are the realist.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And some of them are like shit. Kev Samuels was definitely a realist, and
Okay.
I valued a lot of things he said. A few things probably that I probably didn't agree with. You know what I'm
Yeah. Do
saying?
you feel like he was red pill? or he
I
just.
mean, that's what they
I think
labeled him.
I think they put that jacket on him,
Yeah.
but I don't think that he ever considered himself a red pillar.
Oh, see,
If
I
that
never
makes
know.
sense,
Yeah.
because I never heard him scream red pill before.
But who?
Um,
I mean, who has really said they were? Like, it's just you said
um,
this. You said something about a woman.
yeah,
Red pill. You know what I'm
red
saying?
pill, red
Like,
pill. Okay, so I think that the perception of red pill has changed.
yeah,
It's gotten a lot more like just conservative values for a lot of people now.
yeah.
And I have some conservative values, right?
Hmm.
I never want to drive an electric car ever in life. Um, I
Damn, never in life.
Never in life. No, I'm a gearhead, bro. I'm like former street racer.
Yeah,
Really drive that car outside. That's manual. Every car that I've owned for the last 22 years,
that's
manual.
crazy. I never even
With
drove one.
turbos. Like I'm not in. I never want to drive an electric car ever in life. It's a numb experience, and I can't do it. Two, I believe in the Second Amendment strongly, right?
Okay.
Like I believe not to the point. I'm not one of those dudes that say we should all have a tank,
Yeah,
right? But give me my my AR.
yeah.
I want that. Now I don't need to be outside with a sling, but in my house, if I have multiple assailants
Hmm.
trying to get in there, I want to be able to defend myself and my children,
Should be able
right?
to,
I should be able to defend myself the best way possible because I don't know what they have.
for
They're
sure.
not concerned about the laws and our 10 round mag law in New Jersey or none of that. They don't care about any of that.
No.
All they know is that they're trying to come get me and I need the best way to defend myself possible. If I had to go through the process, and I'm not even against training. I think people should get training because you should know what you're doing,
Should
even
be
if it's mandatory,
mandatory.
right? I understand it, and I'm not against it. I do think it should be as easy as obtaining your driver's license, whereas they have facilities that you can do it where
Okay,
they, you know what I'm saying,
makes sense.
where they help you to go ahead and get it, and it's like whatever the cost is, not a profit,
Hmm.
right? You know what I'm
I mean,
saying?
everything.
And that right there to me. And then the other thing that I don't like, I don't even want to go because it's not too crazy. I try to stay. I haven't even touched that issue
What?
since like the Decepticons. I haven't really got in there. I normally leave it alone, but there's certain instances like the bathroom stuff and sports is kind of like wild,
Yeah.
right? I don't care enough to talk about it too much, but I think it's kind of wild, right?
It is.
Um, and I think that the main thing that I'm angry about is that it gets so much attention. If they just left it alone, I wouldn't even care. But I don't want to keep seeing this on my TV. It's over exaggerated. The percentage of people that are actually in that category is so minute. It makes no sense for the coverage that we.
It's a lot of people who value what they value. It's a, uh, it makes certain people uncomfortable, but it makes a lot of other people more comfortable because
Got it.
they don't have to hide in the shadows. They can live through what they see on TV.
For Harrison.
Hmm. But I want to say the dangers of the red pill is um how it's affecting young boys.
Yeah.
I'm starting to hear 10 years old talk about relationships. When I was 10, I ain't care about where I'm taking it, or how much money I need, and I'm
Yeah.
hearing younger dudes.
Yeah, and that's the other side of it. It's so available right
Yeah,
about now,
this shit is dangerous.
and their parents aren't giving them that context, and that's why I say I don't hide anything from my kids
Yeah,
because I want to give them the necessary context. I'll show it to you,
for
and I'll be
sure.
like, "This is that. This is why we don't do it on this side,
Hmm.
and that's what that means, and it's really not a big deal,
For
right?"
sure.
That's how I go. But it ain't for you. Trust me. You know, like, but this is the effects of it. Blah 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 blah. I go into all the context possible.
Hmm.
But when these kids just let their children watch these videos and they're not checking in every once in a while, like I check in, I don't be like using the apps to see what's up.
Yeah,
But I'll give a little peek, okay, or listen, because a lot of times they'll just have the volume on. They don't use headphones or nothing
yeah,
like that. So I
for
can
sure.
kind of see what's going on. And it's nothing crazy. I wish it would be some things that are more productive sometimes, but it's nothing that's outrageous, right? So when they don't have that context, it's like, damn, like these dudes, and you don't know how to. they don't know anything about the situation. It's not like they've been through experiences and have somewhat information. They're going to go into these relationships with these sometimes really weird tactics, right?
Yeah.
Like, and some people, it's the tactics are just like outrageous. And some of the people who say the things, I'd be like, man, you ain't never been out in the field, bro. Not like that, because that would never work. Like, never work. Right? So I'm like, you must have got choice when you got famous, bro, because none of that stuff works in real life. You can't apply this to real life. Like, the regular dudes out here can't go outside behaving like this.
For sure.
Right? And that's what happens sometimes. Dudes will go outside behaving like that because they don't know any better. They're starting from scratch. Like I said, no coat pullers. So they just like, damn, bro. Like, all right, this what you do? All right, got it. On the first date, I should be doing such and such. And they're so mechanical about it because they don't have anything to refer to.
They're reading from a script.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that going on.
It's going to be extremely
a lot of dudes think they're qualified to question what every woman has to offer. But, you know, as a man, you got to do your part as well. You know what I'm saying? If you want that caliber of a woman, you got to be that caliber of a man at the same time. Red Pill is starting to give those dudes the confidence.
Yes. Without putting in the work.
Yes.
And that's the dangerous part.
Yes.
That's the dangerous part. So with that, right? If you had to say, what are some of the major things that us as Black men could actually improve to be more of a value in the sexual marketplace? What do you think that we're doing wrong? Because I know we went over to women and we kind of we got it in on. But what do you think as far as men? What do you think we could do better that we're not right now that will put us on top, particularly Black men? Because you know we're not the least desired.
You for sure.
But we're close, right?
Yeah.
But we ain't ranking at the top neither. So what could we do just for even just if it's just our women to appreciate us? What could we do differently?
That's a tough question. That's like a loaded question as well. Because it's like no matter what I say, somebody's gonna find a way to fucking give an example of how we are bad at that stereotype, whatever the case may be. But I do think we can start by being in the homes more, you know, embracing our regular manly nature, learning how to say no.
No to what? No to what?
Huh?
No to what?
Pussy.
Okay. That's a tough one.
It's very tough, but I believe you'll get a lot more respect at home if you tell her no and make her apologize rather than giving you a.
Oh, you mean like to your wife?
Whoever, wife,
okay, or whoever
friend,
you with.
Yeah, whoever you with.
Tell the woman know who you're with.
Yeah, tell her no. You get what I'm saying? Because she's gonna now understand you are serious.
Okay.
You know, they believe that they can control you with
through sex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we take lead and stopped expecting so much from women, they would respect us more as well.
Okay.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, leadership counts, right?
Yeah.
Because we have a lot of demands. We have a lot of things that we expect women to do.
For sure.
But if we're not leading, then we can't expect the respect.
For sure.
And, do you think that a relationship could actually function where a woman leads the relationship?
I'm pretty sure there's some that do exist, but for me personally,
hell no, right? It would never work for you.
No.
Do you think generally it would work for men or not really?
The men that requires that type of woman, but I don't know.
I got a weird idea because we're having there's a lot of men who are missing some of the qualities, right, that are expected, and there's a lot of women who have become more.
They don't like those motherfuckers.
I know, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part.
That's the guy for you, and you don't even want that nigga.
That's the problem. They're not attracted to those guys.
Yeah.
I need to start being attracted to those guys because it's gonna work crazy. You need to be dominant. You want to be aggressive and all that. Get those guys.
They rather not be. My problem with women is that they eliminate men. They feel so superior to men that they feel like they don't need us.
Yeah.
You only hear that from women. I'm not saying a man never said it, because then they're gonna find this fucking one-ass video in the fucking back of the lab somewhere. But you hear in a large group from women that they don't need a man.
Word.
I don't need a man is what women say.
Or say that, yeah, that's their number. Yeah.
How often do you hear men say, I don't need a
I need a
woman?
woman. Not very. Not very. It's not a thing. We don't really talk like that because
We love women.
we dwell in the realm of reality.
A lot of shit that motivate men is from a woman.
Damn near everything.
Yeah,
Damn near everything. It's all behind women. You get
for
money
sure.
for a woman. You get this car, you get these clothes. Because if it was a bunch of dudes around dudes all day, I don't even think we would get fly, man. For real, for real.
Niggas
Like,
be stank,
for
dirty,
what?
and,
Yeah,
and rugged.
you'd be like, yeah. We'll be out here like the
For
animals
real.
for real, for real. We do all of our fly shit for the ladies. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we I think that there's a lot that we can do. We just have to be more focused and better leaders. I don't think
Yeah,
a lot of us are good leaders because leading, okay, you have to follow to learn what leadership looks like, but then you have to be able to. That means holding yourself accountable. That means
for
holding other
sure.
people accountable. So you sometimes have to hold your women accountable. That's one of the things that men are afraid to do. They want to appease women sometimes and just let them get off. Once you start to lose that respect, and it ain't coming back.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't coming back. So that's a part of it, and you have to be responsible,
Mm-hmm.
right? She has to be able to count on you and not second guess what you're doing. You can't say that you got this and you got that, and then now you went and messed the money up.
For sure.
She's not going to be able to trust you. So those are important to be a good leader. And then she's thinking about how you're going to lead the children potentially. That's just
Mm-hmm.
their biological nature. If you can't lead her, you can't lead children, and you're going
For
to give her
sure.
poor offspring. So she's going to be unattracted to you. In most cases, there are absolutely some dysfunctional women who will love to be impregnated by, these guys that don't that don't do the right thing. So I kind of want to shift gears here a
Mm-hmm.
bit. Now, a little while ago, I'm not sure how exactly long, but it was several months ago.
Mm-hmm.
We got some crazy news about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I didn't know what was going on. Um, I saw the post, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? So I'm like, damn. And I saw that your team is speaking on behalf of you. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn. I mean, I can't even hit bro up. So I had reached out to Ace. Fortunately, he was keeping me up to speed with what was going on. He showed me the donation page. I was like, all right, let me share that to everybody. Boom, boom, boom. And we was able to, at least kind of keep up. But it was all on our minds. Like, damn, man, what really went down? Like
Mm-hmm.
from your recollection, or what you could say of it, what really happened.
Um, I ain't gonna hold you, man. It's probably like the hardest shit for me to ever even speak about. Um, it's my reality, but um, shit, man. This happened like at December 27th, 28th, one of those days, and man, I damn near lost my life, man. I got shot 4 times.
4 times. You got shot 4 times.
4 times, bro.
Damn, I didn't even there was no details about it. I had no idea that you were shot 4 times.
Yeah, I was shot 4 times. Shit took me about 8, 9 months. I just got back active with work, with with going back on a podcast. You're probably like one of the first people I'm even speaking to about this. And the shit is probably like the hardest shit to fucking deal with, man. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I know a lot of people have been asking me like what happened that night. You know, I believe I don't owe anyone anything, but I do want to speak on it.
Okay.
Um and sometime in December, I want to come out with something where I'm speaking about what happened that night.
Okay.
Right, the night I never remember. I probably never celebrate Christmas or New Year's ever again in my life, bro.
Damn.
Ain't nothing to party about. Ain't nothing to celebrate.
Do you feel like that changed you as a man forever, or the instance?
I think part of me will always be angry.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, and the main thing that I thought about, I was like, man, it hit me, and I'm like, damn, why? Like, because I know you a family man, you working your ass off, you doing extra, you doing podcasts, you working with your children. It's like for people to just be out here doing this wild stuff. It's like, man, y'all gotta chill, man. You gotta understand, people got families out here, man. People are trying to live their lives. So, you know what I mean? I try to give everybody that respect,
For
and
sure.
sometimes even if you're not looking for trouble, trouble finds you.
It's life, man. Like I said, this is some shit that I ain't gonna lie, I'm still not over. You know, every day I gotta fucking wake up. No, this shit happened. I'll never forget this day. I gotta wake up and think about that shit.
Okay.
It's no day I don't wake up and I don't think about that shit.
Damn. And I know you have your situation coming up with that.
Hmm.
So um I want y'all to be on the lookout
For sure.
for that. Definitely check out the page. We're gonna have him give all his information
Sure.
at the end. But yeah, definitely check that out so he could really tell his story the
Hmm.
way that but main thing, man, we happy you good. For real, for
I
real. We
appreciate that,
happy. When I
man.
saw you back up and you was like, I mean, it didn't seem like you lost a step. By the time you actually got back on video, I'm
Hmm.
like, oh, he cool, he cool. Because I didn't, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn. And I know people sometimes you getting bombarded, especially you got a fan base and everything. So I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm gonna just check in now and then, and hopefully, you know what I mean, they reach back out when it go down. And fortunately, you still with us. I had no idea that it was that severe. And that's crazy. I can only imagine what that's like.
Shit, some people don't survive one bullet, and I'm
True.
not saying this as like a badge of honor.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be fucking shot.
Word.
But you get what I'm saying? But I'm just happy that I'm here living today. I
True.
got kids to fucking watch grow, and that shit could have ended early for me.
True. And it didn't.
It didn't.
So
Yeah.
fortunately, you in here,
Bless.
your family still got you.
Hmm.
And I hope that this changes you for the better, right? Since you came back, I watched the podcast. It looked like you got a little more edge to you, man. I
Hmm.
don't know if you came back more fierce, more stronger, but you know what I mean? They say whatever doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's the situation for you. You know what I mean? I think, but I'm confident you're gonna be good, man. Just how you looking here today, man.
Appreciate
You
it.
lively, you doing your thing. You
Yeah.
back at it. I'm glad to see you back at it. You
Appreciate
with your
you.
guys getting it in. So that's definitely a good look. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to. I know y'all probably wondering why I would end it on that kind of a note,
Hmm.
but it's not even like I didn't want anything to kind of derail what we, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I know the magnitude, or at least I feel like I have an idea
Yeah.
of what the magnitude of that is. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to really derail everything else that you brought here tonight.
For
All the
sure.
insights, giving a bit of the sauce out,
Hmm.
pause, and just that experience. And I hope you loved the person that he is just as much as
For sure.
we did today. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's different. Like, we see him on this podcast, he's doing his thing, but it's great to just see you and get a little bit inside. Pause. But
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
but to get I'm trying to phrase this in a way that ain't dangerous, brother.
No, I
But
got you.
to get some insight on the brother and
Yeah,
actually see who he is as a person, see how his personality is and how he really rock.
for sure.
That's certainly appreciated. So definitely shout out anything. Take as long as you need. If you need 10 minutes, you got it. Let everybody know
Okay.
everything that you and your guys are working on. Definitely check out Daily Wrap Up Crew. They show is going hard and it's doing them numbers for a reason.
For sure.
So definitely let us know what you got going on.
Man, uh we drop an episode every week. Every week we give you a new episode. Um we're at almost I think over 150 some episodes already aired. With a membership where you can watch episodes that didn't release yet. So you can join us on YouTube and Patreon. Daily Wrap Up Crew. We also have merch. We appreciate all the supports, like, comment, shares. Me, as far as me personally, when it comes to telling my story, I plan on doing that sometimes around the anniversary. I don't plan on ruining no one's Christmas or New Year's. So I'll pick an appropriate time, but I keep getting questioned about this night, and instead of people asking me, I'm gonna just share the link. If you want, you give that much, you go find out yourself. You get what I'm saying? It's not. It's going to be a part of me forever, but I don't want this to be the thing that people recognize me for. Oh, you the dude that this, that, oh, did that, or whatever. Like, so, I'm bigger than that. I'm better than that, and I'm gonna prove it to the world. And that just be on the lookout for that. And more shit. Support, listen, send blessings, send your prayers. I appreciate all. That's love.
And your social medias?
You can hit me up on podcast_Jeuu or Daily Wrap Up Crew. We all are on there. So whoever you want to speak to, at them or speak to them like, hey, where's Jeuu? Or hey, where's Eli? Hey, where's Ace? And we give y'all content. Like I said, every week. Every week we got a new episode. So make sure y'all tune in and share, repost, like. And you motherfuckers that do just be stealing our content, tag a motherfucker.
Oh, you get that too, the repost? They're not even doing it like a share or like a
Motherfuckers don't even
they're
tag
not even
you.
tagging you. Oh man,
And get more views and likes than us on our own shit.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. I can't even tell you. I did a joint on Instagram. It had 2 million views. Somebody who had 500 followers got 4.5 million views.
Crazy.
Somebody that had 1,500 followers got like 6 million views. And I'm like, yo, it racked up to like 30 million views altogether. But I only got 2 million out of those views. And all they did was repost. Because I saw it. They did remixes, so it still gives you credit. Still kind of sends traffic to your page.
I appreciate
why didn't mine like show up in the algorithm
that's
the way that these dudes did?
Shit we need to fucking find out. I feel like the rappers, where's my stream numbers at? Like, you know how them niggas don't know what's going on the street. Like,
we gonna get into that.
Ain't no way we get all these motherfucking, they got more likes and shares off our content that was originated from us.
And they said they were gonna fix that. They didn't. They didn't. Not even close.
I appreciate the shares, the reposts. Tag us so we could join.
And do it as a remix if you're gonna do it. Do it as a remix, so at least it'll still come back to your original. We don't mind. We encourage people. I love when people repost, but just credit the author. That's all.
For sure.
So we definitely appreciate you for coming down, my brother. It was a pleasure.
I'm happy to be here, man. I gotta pull up again, man. Don't
you already know. Even if you bring cats with you, it's all good. You let me know.
Yeah, gotta get the fellas on. Whenever they feel like pulling up, you got get some guests up in here. I'm ready to talk to them too. You know what I'm saying?
You already know. Yeah, I didn't realize he was that close. Now we know for sure.
Yeah.
So listen, guys. If you made it this far in the video and you haven't liked it, you're slipping, and you probably don't like me. So I need you to go ahead and hit the like button. Share this with some individuals who you think may also find value in it. I'm sure you know someone who will. Sharing is the biggest metric you can do. And go ahead and comment down at the bottom. And if you say something argumentative, I will argue back.
And it's free, motherfucker.
It is. All those are free. I ain't asked for no donations or gifts, but those are welcome. We are monetized, so go ahead if you want to, but it's not mandatory. All we ask is that you show YouTube that you like us and you did your job. We appreciate you for it. And as always, stay hungry, my friends. Never thirsty.